use them. But stosn's going to be happy with that. 3-0, quite convincing, very convincing actually, to bring himself into losers finals where he's going to get his run back against Dangus.
Now,
so
the thing is,
be happy with that.
What worries me a little bit with the run back that stosn and Dangus are just about to have is basically the fact that he still wasn't quite baiting out the armored reversals. Now, Dangus...
And the few he did, he wasn't punishing.
I'm pretty sure Dangus is going to go for those. I'm pretty sure he's...
Well, clearly, unless he's made an adjustment that he needs to make. If he's playing the way he has been, we will see those reversals, without a doubt.
I mean, that's kind of that's a slippery slope. He's already lost to that, so getting the run back with Dangus, it's almost safe to assume that unless there is some kind of magical, just on-the-fly adjustment where he realizes that the reversals are really what killed him. Now, I don't know whether that's because that's just what Dangus does a lot of, or whether it was just the tournament stress being in this kind of top 4 situation where you're playing for money. Sometimes nerves get the better of you. They can get in the way of your judgment calls. They can get in the way of your reads. They can screw up your combo execution. I mean, tournament pressure can cause a lot of side effects to the way that you would normally play a game. You can practice a combo 100 times in a row and never drop it once, and then the one time you're playing in a tournament match and you absolutely, under all circumstances, must land that combo to win a game, your execution just fails you. You forget what you're doing. You know, you can completely crack. But I think actually on the topic of the Challenger Cup, that's why I really like this Challenger Cup, and that it's giving players the opportunity to kind of quell those nerves in preparation for the big leagues, the Mortal Kombat X Pro League. So by doing the Challenger Cup, it really gives the guys an opportunity to kind of play in that environment without having the stress of things like points and things that, you know, might get in the way of the way you're going to try and play.
Think of it this way: it is the perfect way of getting practice for the Pro League, because the Challenger Cup is on both consoles. It's on Xbox and PS4. So the fact that you can enter this and the Pro League if you haven't made top 8 means that every week you could potentially enter 3 tournaments to get practice for the Pro League. The Pro League being one of them, sure, but if you haven't made top 8, you have access to 3 tournaments a week, all of which you're playing for money. Yeah, sure, some have varying levels of entrance. Obviously, players you fight on one console might not be on the other because they might not own both. I know some players do for the Pro League, but some of them don't.
So, CR Dragon being
exactly.
the 2-time weekly champion of the Challenger Cup for Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
And then, using his Challenger Cup success, goes on to win Week 4 for NA.
So this is going to be a straight-up run-back, spending his only bar meter at the time to try and secure that first hit bonus. Now, almost immediately, we're seeing Dangus go back to just the constant use of that reversal, but that's going to hurt big time. Massive damage in the corner. Jackie Briggs, Dangus is going to build an entire bar of meter, though. He's going to block the overhead, but then get tagged by the rest. Oh my days. Oh my days. This is a very convincing round number 1.
Not quite sure why we saw Dangus get hit by that low. The first hit that string had already started. It is low, so he saw that it was being committed to, so there's no real reason he should have got hit by the low at all.
That's a good hit confirmed into the meter burn grab just to get damage, and more importantly, reposition into the corner. Oh, catches the down 1. Not ready to confirm, though.
I think he wanted to end it there, because if he did the air grab, he would have let him out the corner, and that was nice, but again, 2 short limbs to capitalize.
He's going to get tagged. That's kind of one of Kotal Khan's 50-50s. The back 1 4 or the back 1 overhead sword smash. Very lethal if you get tagged by that back 1 on block.
Oh no. Wow, tricky stuff from stosn. Crosses him up and then goes low.
That's going to be it.
That's definitely it.
Jackie Briggs in the corner, and that's going to be game number 1.
Swift, complete swift, and it all started on Dangus.
Overhead sword smash again.
He did it a couple of times and got punished, but he stopped doing it. But then he started eating the 50-50s because stosn realized, okay, now he's not doing it. But then Dangus starts. That's it. You always have to toss up. Okay, if I don't do it and block, I'm eating pressure. I'm eating 50-50s. If I do it on wake up, he's got to respect it, but he can bait it, he can punish it. But that's where the mind game comes into it. Instead of it just being, I'm just going to wake up every time, I'm going to get punished every time, or if he's not respecting it, I'm just going to hit him. And then just leaving it being to, well, I'm just going to wake up, because why not? If he punishes me, so what? It's going to an actual risk-reward assessment, and that's what you need.
Is going to waste absolutely no time going straight back to War God, and I think this is shades of Season 2, where I think pretty much Kotal Khan, War God specifically, is absolutely going to be Dangus' character of choice, even going into Season 3, where it's carried him so far. And he's still repping it. There's a lot of character loyalty with this guy. Oh no, I'm definitely sure that was not intentional, but he's going to have to take it, not punished. Some down 2s are unsafe, especially against someone like Kotal Khan with a really fast back 1. Oh no, he does it again, but this time stosn's going to get caught by it, and he's going to have to lose both bars.
Oh, catches him. That's a nice confirm. Manages to get himself 22% damage and further cements this life lead he's building.
You're always going to be at risk as well of some form of meter burn, overhead sword smash, counter poke. Oh, and he gets hit by the back 1 again. This round looking all Dangus right now.
Oh, actually, speaking of which, that's going to be... I know, uses the bar, he's going for the damage. I think at the very least, if he can make Dangus break, he's at least going to take the bar away, but he is low on health right now.
Dangus goes for an overhead, he has to break. That's going to take the meter away, and he has nothing else.
No stamina, though. This is free meter build. And the read was that reaction from stosn, and uses the bar to secure the round and the comeback from stosn.
The final section of that round went exactly how stosn needed it to go. He needed to land that overhead. He needed to get the breaker out of Dangus. He needed Dangus to not go for the overhead sword smash so that he could spend the bar on the break, and then he needed to get that air shot because he had no other option to advance, and that's going to be a 50-50 once again. Dangus has to break. That would have done big damage.
Waits for it again, but Dangus wise to it, but that was a nice confirm. Hasn't got the stamina to actually get a full combo, though.
Here's the problem, though. Dangus has no bar. He has to block this. Oh, and he gets hit by the standing 4. That could even be death.
Oh, he drops it, but has the bar. And there's the sword. Dangus gets the reversal once again, puts him in the corner, needs to get some pressure on. Oh, tricky stuff.
That's death. That's death. That's gonna be that's gonna be machine gun, and that's gonna be it. stosn probably could have got the brutality there, but I think he just wants to get the next game done as quickly as possible. He's got all the momentum right now. He's got 2 straight games, very convincing games, riding into the 3rd game. And last time we saw it the other way around, where Dangus took a very, very quick 2 games off stosn to kick off the entire tournament, and then we almost saw stosn be on the verge of a 3-game comeback. Now, it's flipped on its head. Dangus is the one that's going to have to make a 3-game comeback if he wants to move into Grand Finals on the loser's side.
He is sticking with War God Kotal Khan, so he has 3 games in a row to at least keep himself alive in the tournament to get through the Grand Finals. But right now, stosn just riding a crazy amount of momentum, baiting, punishing. Dangus definitely not killing himself anywhere near as much as he did in the winner's bracket, so he is making an adjustment. It's just, do you think it might be a little bit too late?
I don't know. If he's going to have to make adjustments, he has to do it right now. Like, there's no time to forgive it. He has 1 bar of meter if he gets tagged. And once again, there's the machine gun. We actually said at the very beginning of the set, machine gun is going to do a good job of chewing up that armor. And very fortunately, that stosn couldn't get a full combo. But speaking of a full combo, now he's going to get just that. So much damage from full auto. Dangus definitely can't spend that bar because, I mean, he has no choice, really.
Oh, the conversion from stosn. Ready. Flawless as well. Dangus out of the tournament in 1 round if stosn can clutch this one out.
Now, this is the benefit of a double elimination format, and this is actually why many tournaments sort of follow the format of double elimination, because if you get sent to losers by somebody, or lose to somebody, you can make those necessary adjustments. You can tell immediately that stosn has gone, right, what have I done wrong? So much damage! The adjustment has been made. Speaking of that, that's death.
That was going to be death, but drops it. I mean, at this point, this is chip territory, I think. Yeah, and that's it. Dangus can't do it anymore, and that's going to be game to stosn 3-0.
That's what you call a run back right there. That is the pure definition of run back. stosn absolutely, I doubt he was happy with how he went out in the winner's bracket. And we said, I'm pretty sure if he gets that run back against Dangus later on in the tournament, there will be adjustments, mainly addressing the issue of that overhead sword. We saw overhead sword work like once in those 3 games. Every other time, it just cost him dearly.
But Dangus definitely didn't do it as often. But I think there's also the fact that he was on the defense a lot more often, so he had to use a lot more breakers. So that is going to take his meter down a lot compared to what we saw him in the first set.
And stosn didn't have to break as often, which meant he had more bar to go for those 50-50s to make them safer, to make them easier when he converts off them. Like, stosn had more resources, Dangus had less, which means that Dangus has less options to go for the overhead sword, and stosn has more freedom to basically go with whatever mix-up he wants.
So, if we can have a look at the bracket now, which should be nicely updated depending on how we've gone so far. Doc and stosn in our grand final. So, stosn coming from the loser's side, and once again, I'll take a quick second to explain what this means. Doc is the grand finals from the winner's side, so he needs to win 1 set of 3 games out of 5. So as you've seen, they always play first to 3. Doc needs to do that once in this grand finals to win today. stosn is coming from the loser's side of the bracket, or the lowest side of the bracket. He has to do that twice. He has to beat Doc in a 3 out of 5 setting to reset the bracket. So if they come down to 3-2 and stosn clutches it out for the 3rd game, they'll go back to 0-0 for 1 final 3 out of 5 set. So stosn needs to win twice, basically, to take out Doc. So Doc's luxury of making grand finals from the winner side is that he only has to win 1 set here, but stosn has to do it twice because he's coming from the loser side.
Doc's reward, basically, for making